Good morning. Second video. We now have over 4,100 views so far. We gained the last 100 in about 3 or 4 days, I think. Oh, jeez. I think of Phil the farmer in Ireland. I watch quite a bit of his stuff. He's good, and he'll put a video on, and 2 hours later there'll be 38,000 views. Oh, my solace is that the subject matter is a little more palatable for my Irish brother, and we're not brothers, but we're still Irish, so really we are. And I sit and I watch a little bit of Yellowstone, and oh gee, I love that movie series. Mm, Fantastic. And I, I I think of CTV, and they really had everything that Trudeau was told by Christine Anderson, and wonderful Croatian man, and I wonder how. I looked it up, CTV dot news or something, and there it was. I was able to watch it on my little toy laptop, and 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 I think of what Biden has done in fulfilling the Obama apology tour trip, where Obama went about the world apologizing to everyone for the United States of America being what they are, what they were, what they believed they had to be in order to be free of Britain's control, the United Kingdom. And I actually remember as a kid in public school standing in the morning and swearing allegiance uh, to Canada, but we had the picture of the Queen right on the front of the classroom. Well, big school, two classrooms. Fortunately, it had indoor plumbing, and it did. And I wonder, how will Trudeau ever recover from the assault, justified assault, of Christine Anderson asking, telling actually, Trudeau that he shouldn't even be allowed to speak at NATO because of how he treated the Freedom Convoy, how he still is treating the Freedom Convoy. And I think, what will it take for politicians throughout the world, around the world, to grow up enough to be honest, to be real, sincere? It is kind of, shall we say, a humorous concept that a politician would and or could be humiliated by his own actions, his own words. Where does he take that? To the people? No, Trudeau does not take that to the people. Trudeau sucks in the NDP party, who are there merely as a 25-member group in a little party that all they want is their own little agenda, and they will kiss any arse in Parliament to get it. But they want not to bear the responsibility of governing. They want their vote to be, their seats in Parliament to be trading chips. They want to not really be pawns as much as they want to look like they're pawns so that they can bear out some semblance to appreciation to the people who elected them without bearing any responsibility in any way for any of the people that did elect them. And so I think of politicians being two specific groups of people, some in between, not sure which side they're on. It's called good and evil. Not all liberals are evil. Not all liberals are good. Not all NDP are evil or good. And not all conservatives are good or evil. Because it seems like a politician will do anything to get reelected. There was a lot of mention recently of crazy Trudeau and the NDP striking a deal whereby they don't have to call an election between now and 2025. There are things going on in this earth that we don't have a blessed clue about. Or we will understand in hindsight when stuff happens and we say, oh, gee, I wondered, I'd heard, I thought, perhaps. But we don't really know. We really don't. We have a semblance of understanding, but do we really understand? I don't necessarily think so. I mean, we have politicians who put forth different theses or theories and or positions depending on how the wind is blowing, depending on what they think it'd take that they could maybe get reelected. And we have influences, external influences to our country called Xi Jinping, called the Chinese Communist Party. Oh, geez. Christine Anderson, oh, she was so eloquent, so articulate. And she really condemned Trudeau. Oh, if you get a chance, even if you're a liberal, try to get a chance to understand how certain parts of the world, their view and their valuing of our Canada, it's changing. We used to be able to go anywhere in the world. Well, not in South America or Mexico. Oh no, you'd get kidnapped. But other parts of the world, you did not want people to know that you were from the United States of America. You would have a target on your back. You would be quite at peace to say, I'm a Canadian. It was something to be proud of, not because we had accomplished so much. Well, insulin, yes, 1929 maybe, or 19 something. Penicillin. I'd mentioned my last father-in-law, he was the first man in England who ever had penicillin used in order to curtail infection. He had been burned so badly when his, I don't know what it was, a plane schmucked down on the shore of Great Britain by the cliffs of Dover or something. I don't know. And they used that stuff on him. And he was a member of Britain's guinea pig society because they were a people collectively who had been used, who had used intentionally or unintentionally experimental drugs that were very beneficial. But we as Canadians were known as being something more than the political reflections of the United States of America, the Democratic Party in particular. We're not Americans, but I know a lot of people who would rather be the 51st state than they would be a part of Western Canada, because in Western Canada it doesn't matter a single thing what we do in terms of voting, because voting is established by population. So long before anything that we could ever do to influence anything, it's already been decided. Actually, it's just about been decided before, long before our voting stations or whatever close, polls close, because we don't matter out here, but we do matter to us. We do. You're important. I'm important to myself. Not too much so, but a little. Just a little. Anyways, I'm going to call this one quits before it goes too long. Well, not before I run out of stuff to talk about. My mission in life is to try to... Oh, my dad said, you just raised... I didn't say it. He said, you do? I said, yes, I do. I always have. Because I wanted people to think, consider, ponder. You're not an animal out in the midst of a field. You're not a male. You're not a bull. His mission in life is impregnate. We process thought. Let's hope we do. Jeez. God bless.